All right, Trapper. So right now, I'm about to show you my sauce. Right? Nobody ain't showing you this, but I'm telling you, this is a game changer for me. And this 100% would put me in a winning category. So right here, we at finviz.com, right? And we're going to go right here to the heat map. The reason why the heat map is so dope is because the heat map going to actually show us everything we need to see when it comes to the market. The only thing I like about Finviz is all these dang pop-ups they be having. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the S&P 500. So this shows us all the different sectors inside of the S&P 500, all of them, from the technology sector to the financial sector to the communication services sector to the consumer cyclical. All of the sectors in the S&P 500. Let me stop moving this because some of y'all gonna be like, Trav, stop moving the goddamn thing, right? All of the 11 sectors. These are the 500 companies in the S&P 500. Now, another thing you're gonna look at, you're gonna come right here. This is key. You wanna move it to exchange traded funds. The reason being because now right here, you have all the sectors at the bottom. See right here where it says US sectors, here they are down here. You get to look at all of them. So XLK, the semiconductor ETF, the banking ETF, consumer cyclicals, real estate, healthcare, energy, industrials, basic materials. But then all the way over here, we're going to look at where it says technology ETF, and then we're going to look at energy, right? So those are the ones we see too. The reason why this is important, the next thing I'm going to show you on this screen is this is the one-day performance. So this is how the market moved today. The most important one for me is coming to here where it says year to date. So that shows me how these sectors have performed from the first day of the market, which is January 3rd, all the way till today. And why this is important is because we can see what ETFs are being rewarded. So technology ETF, guess what? Guess what we made money in this year? The technology ETF. Why? Because I came here and saw that the market was rewarding it, right? Guess what else we made money with this year? QQQ. Why did we do that? We saw the market was rewarding it. Guess what other ETF we made money with this year? SMH. How? We saw the market was rewarding it. So when you go right here, it'll show you what's the market is rewarding the most. So we see 30% or more, light green, 20%, green, and you know the different shades of green. You don't want no call options. Listen to me well. You don't want no call options where the industry or sector is red, maroon, or any one of them bloody colors. You want to stay away from them. The market is not rewarding that. We don't want to gamble on that. What is something we said in the beginning, right? Know where the market is rewarding because that's where I want to make my plays at. That's all I want to place. I want to make my plays at, y'all. All right. So we see that the market was rewarding that. So now we're going to check, okay, well, what has it done in the last 3 months, 90 days? Okay, boom. We see, look, what do we see? QQQ is up 11%. Gold is up 12%. So we could have some options on gold, right? Watch this. 3 months. SMH is up what? 9%, right? But we can see semiconductors up what? Right here, SOXX 6%. So now in this situation, what we want to do is say, all right, if we was looking for the ETFs, we want to go where the ETFs reward more. But now I'm not telling, don't use all these ETFs. But what we do know is, remember I talked to you about me losing money in the energy sector? Look right here, energy down 5.74%. I told you I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have been there because the screen showing me, Trap, what are you doing? I don't care if you heard the news. It's not being rewarded. So it may pop, but overall in totality, it's not rewarding. I need you to don't listen. We cranking it. I'm telling y'all, we cranking the notches. We getting this thing here. I promise you, nobody else is showing you this. This is our cheat code. This is our cheat code. We don't got to be trying to find stuff that ain't whatever the market is rewarding. That's what we putting our options in at. All right. And inside, as you get deeper, you don't already see where we going. All right. Next, we're going to check it out again. Let's see what they did in a month. Okay. SPY's up 1%. QQQ up 6%. XLK up 6%. XOXX up 5%. SMH up 6.25%. Again, we don't gotta go nowhere else other than what the market. We don't gotta be looking. Remember, I told you something. We ain't gotta be looking for nothing that's brand new. We just looking for where the market is rewarding. Once we see where the market is, once we see where the market is rewarding, we go there. So one of the things I did at the beginning of the year was, remember last year I was in energy. So I had ExxonMobil, I had XLE. That's where my options was at. I didn't make no new trades in the beginning of the year, January, February. I want to get an idea of what the market is rewarding. I want to get a market enough time to collect enough data so it can tell me where I need to put my money at. Right? I don't want to guess. Listen to me. It's okay to sit on the sideline and wait for the market to show you what they want to make money to, and then you just go there. You don't got to force nothing. If I sat on the sideline from January all the way to October last year, I just sat on the side. Because I had lost 100 grand with PayPal in 2021. I was cranking. I was learning, okay, what did I do wrong? What did I get right? What did I do wrong? Why did I lose this 100 grand? Yo, this changed the game for me once I did this. I sat back. Nobody not teaching us this. Nobody. This ain't on YouTube. I'm the first person to teach this, I promise you. This is a cheat code because the market is designed to make you think it's hard. So many people making you think, man, it's hard to do that, man. I don't read charts like that, y'all. I'm keeping it real. I'm not the chart reader. I'm going to see what a market rewarding, and that's why I'm going at. And that's why I've been successful on 9 out of 12 trades this year so far. You feel me? It's the most I've ever traded because now I got a cheat code. All I used to look for to doing is 6 trades a year. 6 trades, let them run. I'm all right. Now, man, here. All right. So once we figure out what I did was I said, okay, January, February, I'm going to sit back. I don't got to do nothing. I'm going to let the market do whatever it's going to do. But in March, so I had still at my NVIDIA, my first time I had NVIDIA because the market was flipping in October. I had the NVIDIA, I had XLK. I let the market do that. But I got out of my Exxon, I got out of my XLE. So NVIDIA, they were still running. So I said, let me see what the market, the market not reward energy no more. I got out the XLE. I got out the ExxonMobil. I got out of them. Took my money, got out of them. I saw the market had started pivoting in December, but I wanted to wait till the beginning of the year. Boom. Oh, they rewarding tech right now? Let's make tech plays. So we made tech plays. That's why I should have never been in them. Keep saying it because I gave the market $2,700 that I shouldn't have gave it. Right? I gave it because it's a tip. I'm listening to it. I think they don't be in a situation where you hoping. I'm giving it real. I'm hoping. Like, let's just be real. I'm like, ooh, OPEC, Saudi Arabia, they about to, yeah, market gonna reward oil. Oil price is about to do this. It popped for about 2 days. The market loves pockets where it can be safe at. The market said, this is not a safe place for me. Went down. I cut that. 2,700. You can have it. I ain't tripping. Let me go back. Hit my NVIDIA play. Hit another NVIDIA play up. Made 33 bands. If you go back in my XLK, made another 5-6 bands. I'm only going where the market. I'm in Tesla right now, 7,000. I'm only going where the market. I'm not looking for nowhere else. And I want you to I'm gonna keep repeating that because you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna think you got the hot tip. And you're gonna go again from what I'm showing you right here. All right, so next, we're gonna go to the world. Right? And we're gonna use the same format. Boom, we're gonna go year to date. What's the market rewarding this year? We see Microsoft up 32%. We see Apple up 32%. We see Google up 39%. Meta up 104%. NVIDIA up 113%. What does that tell us? I don't want you to get in your mouth. Oh, these things got to slow down. These things got to pull back. Until the market tell you it ain't rewarding no more, get out of your feelings. Let the market tell you what is rewarding. Let the market tell you where it's going to print the money at. Get out of your feelings. Get out of, I think it's going up too much. No, you don't know what the market going to do. It's going to do what it's going to do. It ain't for me to predict. It's for me to participate. It ain't for you to predict. It's for you to participate. Say that, listen to that. It ain't for you to predict. It's for you to participate. Participate. This is how we become money printers, y'all. So we go right here. We see Amazon, Tesla up. You know, we in the essence, we in it, right? So remember I told y'all, look for the winners. Look for, all right, let me stop right here. There's going to be some people that's going to want to be a part of the support group. So go to the link in my bio on Instagram. Go to the Patreon group. Go to the link in my bio on Instagram, wall_street_trapper. Go to my Patreon group. Look for Triple Beam Team or Masters of the Triple Beam. Those are my 2 support groups for the options. Those are my 2 support groups. Also, I put my plays up in there. Any plays that I'm doing, people make. One dude, he just got in the play. He said, bro, I made $13,000. He was on the NVIDIA play with me. He said, I don't know how you saw it. You've been in NVIDIA play for 2 days. He like, bro, I made $13,000. I paid for it in a month. So go to my Instagram, click the link in my bio, go to the Patreon tab, and then you'll see Masters of the Triple Beam, or you'll see Triple Beam Team. Get either one of those. Read it and see what the distinction is. But inside of that, you get my option plays. And if you've taken the course, a lot of people in there, they DM and talk to me because it's $49.99, $79.99. Yo, it's worth me talking. And that's the cheapest group in the world for options. Because I'm just doing something different. So DM me first, go to it. And if you got questions with it while you taking the course, that's the 2 support groups for it. Right? So I just want to put that out there. But this is what we doing, y'all. So look, if we're in the financial, this is up 12 to 10%. If this your sweet spot, cool. But for me, if I see Microsoft, Apple, NVIDIA, Google, I see the market rewarding over here, I'm good. Now let me show you something. If you're looking at something like General Electric or something like that, what I do want you to do is this. When you get in those option plays and those type of companies, I want you to make sure they have a lot of open interest. That's telling us that people are interested in buying this. That talks about the liquidity. So you want to get in something that has, me, I like 20, 30,000 open interest. Why? Because that tells me that there's always somebody for me to sell it back to. You got to sell your options to the market. Somebody got to, you don't just sell it to the market and the market take it. Somebody over there got to buy that. So you want to make sure you got your contracts inside of a company or inside of that somebody wants to buy on the other end. It's not saying that if you get something with 5,000, 6,000 that it ain't gonna get bought, but you may find yourself negotiating that limit order a lot. I don't want to go through all that. Market, sell, buy, give my bag. Give me my bag, please. All right, man. So when we're looking at these, because some of y'all gonna want to go it. Y'all ain't gonna listen to me. Some of y'all ain't gonna listen to what I said. I said, go find remember what I said? I said, go find the best performers in that sector or industry. You know why I said that and not the biggest stock? Because check this out. Apple is up 34%. Microsoft is up 32%. If Adobe or Oracle was outperforming Apple, I wouldn't have went. In the software, I wouldn't have went. But if you're looking at technology as a whole, that's why I had more of my money in what? NVIDIA, SMH, and Apple. XLK, QQQ. I'm going where the market is rewarding. Google up 39%. Meta up 104%. I'm going, listen, this is it, y'all. This is the cheat code. So you look at that year to date, and then you check it the same way. You say, all right, from year to date, if you're at the 6-month mark, you go to the 6-month mark, you look at it, all right, what have people doing in 6 months? Because the year to date, once you get into like May, June, July, August, September, maybe they call it early 1-month run. Maybe they call it early 2-month run. Maybe it's fizzling off. We're going to talk about that a little bit. So now you're checking it for consistency. When you go to that, okay, so let's say you in May, you in June, boom, what y'all been doing in that 6-month run. You checking for consistency, right? Go check the last 90 days. Check the last 1 month. Check the last, you want to check that the market is consistently rewarding these areas. See right here, the market is consistently rewarding. Look, 30 days. 90 days. Microsoft up, Apple up 14%, Microsoft 23%, Google 30%, NVIDIA 46%, Amazon 19%, Meta 42%, Eli Lilly 34%. And you want to go with the ones that's getting rewarded the most, right? Boom, double back. Go to that 1 month, see what it's still doing. Still 1 month. Look, Apple 5%, Microsoft 11%. So it kind of tables turned a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Amazon, Tesla. Let's see, it's still reward. That's the 1 month. Okay, what has it done this last week? Remember I told y'all, check and see what your indexes have done week to week. How you do that? We're gonna come right here. We're gonna go to indexes. What we see, QQQ up in the week, 3.53%. SPY up 1.71%. XLK up 4.33%. We seeing it. We looking at it. SMH up 8.46%. We looking at it. That's the 1 week. So now what we seeing in this, I'm telling y'all, man, this is such a cheat code. Because now we can take the guessing out of it, y'all. This FinViz is such a cheat code. This is how I've been killing it. And so the next thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna take y'all to this next segment. We're gonna break y'all into stockcharts.com. Now we're gonna start looking at the RSI. We're gonna start looking at the moving average. We're gonna start looking, these are my 2 cheat codes. These are my 2 cheat codes. So we're gonna front load these, man. Then you're gonna get into the class. It's over. It's a game changer. It's your boy, the Wall Street Chaplain, man. Let's go, y'all. Rolling over or rolling down. All right, so this is really, really, really important. And I want you to use this with caution. So when I say use this with caution, I don't want you to always do this every time your trade goes in the negative. So for me, when I typically do it is when I get a trade that's maybe 25, 30% down, because the thing about leap options is things can happen. Nothing 100% is guaranteed, but there's a few things I want you to keep in mind. One, did news about the company change? So one of the things I learned in my PayPal trade when I lost $100,000 in PayPal was the story changed with PayPal. If the story changes in the company, so one of the things PayPal said was, we're not no longer looking for new customers. We want to help our older customers. Boom, that's a story change. The market going to affect wrong to that. And when it did, I should have got out. I didn't. Next, PayPal changed management. You don't average down in situations like that. The only time you average down is if no news has changed about the company, no news has changed about the industry. The only thing that has changed is maybe the market is doing a sell-off. So I'm gonna give you a great example of what I did with the situation I had going on. So if we look right here on this, we'll see that I'm in a Google Play right here. And right now I am down $3,800 on this play, right? And ultimately I was down about 28% on this play. Now, the Google Play wasn't bad play. Everything was working good on it. But again, the market went through a sell-off and it got into the quiet winching, right? So immediately what I did was I waited and I said, okay, I see what's going on here. So what I did was I rolled it down. So if you look now, you will see that now I'm in a Google January 19, 2024 play. I'm in a 127 play. I had a 127 strike price. On the old one, I had the Google January 19, 2024, but I had a 130 strike price. So what I did was I rolled it down. I'm gonna talk to you about what rolling down is. You'll press the button, you'll see quote details, buy, open, sell, close, roll, and view tax lots. So what we'll do is we'll go to roll, Google will bring everything up. Boom. And so they'll already give us you'll see what we at the strike price, they'll get us what we on already. So what you'll have to do is say, so I'm in a 127. So if I wanted to roll that, so I rolled mine from 130 to 127, right? So I went closer in the money, right? Or you can say, you know what? I may want to stretch it out. So let's say I want to stretch out to the 130, or if I wanted to go out with the actual date. So you could do one thing, you can roll down. Rolling down says, okay, if I was in that 130, this would actually be cheaper. I could have said, okay, I can stay at the 130, and go out, that would have helped me. That would have increased the price. But what it does is it'll sell those contracts to the market. That profit, whatever is left remaining, they'll put that back and you'll pay the difference, right? So in essence, what happened was, let's say your initial one cost you $600, $400. But to roll this down, it'll cost you $800. When you roll down, you're going to sell that to the market. The E-Trade is going to do it. They're going to sell it to the market, do it in one swoop. You'll now have to pay the difference. So let's say that cost is $600. This one is $800. You don't have to pay the whole $800. All you got to do is pay $200. That's what I love about average, rolling, because you don't have to take the loss. You may have to add a little more, but you don't have to take the loss. So let's think about it like this. What if I would have took the loss on it for $600 and then had to pay a whole nother $800? That's a lot. Well, with rolling, all you got to do is pay the difference. So what you can do is, what I did was, instead of me rolling down or staying the same, I rolled up because Google went to 119. I didn't want to go all the way out to 130. I rolled up to the 127. I kept the same expiration date. So it cost me an extra, maybe I think $6,000. But as you can see though, when I show you today alone, because of that bounce back in the market, that play has now gave me $2,800 today. And now overall we up $2,200. Now the reason why is because when I initially got it, the price went down about $1 or something. I think we ended the day minus $300 or something like that. And as you can see right now, we got all of that back plus some. We finally up $2,200 on the Google Play. So here's what I want to talk to y'all about, man. And now that you understand that, another thing I want to talk to you about is actually avoiding the significant losses. The dope part about that is when you're rolling, you have to have a criteria. One, only roll once. Only roll once. I give myself one time to roll. Remember, the industry cannot be taking a hit. The company can't be taking a hit. Everything, the same reason why I bought that option play have to still be intact. If anything changes, I'm good. If anything changes, I'm going to take that loss. In this game, we can't avoid the losses all the time. It comes with the game. Everything can always run to the top. But I want you to know that. It will be a little bit more expensive, but I'm willing to pay that. Now, here's what I will say. When you roll over, now you need that play to go up about 60% because you need to now make up not just the money you put in it, you need to make up the money you added. So you got to let that one roll, pop up. You got to be willing to let that one roll. So I give you an idea of it, what rolling over looks like. Rolling, you can either roll down and out, or you can roll up, or you can roll up and out. It depends on a certain situation. Now, what I will say is, if you're gonna roll up, I would say the next option chain is the best one. So I was at 130, my roll up was 127. Depending on how far that thing fall, you don't want to roll all the way up in the money. You also don't want to roll all the way down. So for me, if I was in that 130, if I was going to roll out, the most I went to was 135. I wouldn't have went to 140 or 147. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep it close. Don't roll it all the way out just because you think it's cheap. Don't roll all the way down just because it's cheap. Don't do that. Don't do that. Or I could have went out, right? I could have rolled out. I still liked the January call. I didn't want to go too far out. So you always take those things into consideration. For me, it's once I get 25, 30%, I'm making the option. Should I roll out? Should I roll down? Or should I just take the L? So I definitely wanted to show this to y'all, man. Add this to this, man. Give y'all this game, man. It's your boy, The Wall Street Trap, man. Go print some money, man.